Hi everybody, we are headed to the vet to get Beauty preg checked. But my vet, Dr. Berger, saw my Facebook post saying that I didn't know how to fit my harnesses properly. And he said, bring them along and we'll talk about harness fit. Because he's just a nice guy and he thought that sounded like fun. So I got Oliver's new harness on. I got Beauty's harness on her and we're going to take them with us. And hopefully have a little fun while we're there.
Yeah, and hopefully Beauty's pregnant. And also for everybody, Oliver's leg is better. Because that last video of Oliver, he had that injury. We took him to the vet. The swelling's down, he's not acting sore, and he's walking good. So, all's good there.
All right, we are en route to the vet, and we're running 13 minutes late, as usual. The horse trailer's got to go. Oliver no longer fits in it. I tried to load him harnessed up, which I got him in there, but the hames were dragging across the ceiling, and he had to it just was not a good thing. He doesn't fit front to back either. So next year I'm gonna have to put it on my list of things to do is to find him a horse trailer that fits. Yeah. We got them in there, and it'll be fun to pick the vet's brain and see if we have time to drive them around a little while we're up there. I'm really wanting to get to this team.
Okay, we're at the vet. We got the Clydesdales out, and we're just waiting on Dr. Berger. He always gets us in the early mornings, technically before he's even open. So sometimes we wait on him for just a little bit.
That's what we get for being his #1 customer.
What are your odds on Beauty being bred, you think?
5%.
Yeah, we're gonna be surprised if she's bred this
on
time.
the last ultrasound last month, he said she had a follicle forming, like about to come into season, but it was an oval shape. They're supposed to be perfectly round, and we never seen the two of them breed. Yeah. We seen her flirting and asking for it a lot,
but never.
But he wasn't game.
So, but also it would be because it's the time of year where the mares go out of heat. Yeah. So that's why she wouldn't have fully come into heat. Before doing the ultrasound, Dr. Berger wanted to go over the harness fitting.
I'd like to get this ring just a little bit further back. I would lengthen your top strap just a little. Your quarter straps are too tight. You need to have slack there. Your belly band's too tight. You need to have slack there. It's not like girthing a horse. We need room for the harness to move.
Even when I'm going to be using it, because most of the time I use it with a cart.
Okay. So I usually drive teams.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to start.
Yeah. So you need movement here. This needs to be able to. I'd probably add 2 inches to each quarter strap.
And do you put it underneath this belly band?
I go under the band.
That's the first time I've done that, and I don't really like it because I'm worried about it.
I usually go under the band, but see, the band's too tight. So there we go. So you gotta, that way this has room to move.
That almost looks too far back.
Yeah. I like it right on, and this is what I was taught. It was right on the high part. Right on the high part.
But am I past it, or do you think that's a... Well,
you're right there.
Okay, good.
I drive teams. I don't drive singles. So that changes this. But you want a little bit, this needs to have a little bit of room to move. If it's too tight, then they don't have... But again, that's for teams. You'd want to double check with somebody who drives singles more. Now you're going to want to lengthen this to at least probably 2 spots would be my guess. I was always taught to go between the animal and that belly, because that way they don't get their legs caught in these quarter straps. Yeah. That's better.
So
cool.
That's better.
I mean, so there's no rule of thumb so many inches, or I can fit 2 fists back there.
I was not taught that.
But then this.
But I was taught you want a couple inches, you need several inches of play here. So that's good.
So everybody on that string that you commented on was saying that this angle needs to match this.
Yeah. See, now you're pretty much there. It does. Whenever you have them tight when they're in harness and in the wagon, then this is going to be at about the same angle as the hames. Mm-hmm. And then, but you still need, then, you know, once this is tight.
What about how low this is hitting her? Is that
I wouldn't want to be any lower.
yeah, but if
I wouldn't mind coming up one spot.
now when you do
Like
that,
to
you
about there.
you have to do all four.
Well, depends. See, your angle is different. On this one, sloping to the back a little bit. I would raise. I think you're gonna have to raise both of them. And you know, just because this is the way I was taught doesn't mean it's the gospel.
Well, the way I looked at it when I was deciding whose advice to take, if I made them sore or hurt them with the harness, you would have to fix it.
Now look and see what your angle. See, you're pretty close.
A little bit better, yeah.
I like that better. That fits more like that's position fit more like how I was taught.
What about the collar?
I would go with this one. I think you're pretty good. I can get my hand in here, and it's not setting low enough. A lot of times we oversize collars. Collar's too big because we think, oh, we want to make sure they have plenty of room here. What that does is it ends up putting pressure on the point of the shoulder, which we don't want. We want it putting pressure on the shoulder blades, which that's what this one's doing. I would stick with this one.
I got messages.
Yeah, we're just trying to find. I would do, you know, you're looking at the same thing. This needs to be here, and I like this height. That's pretty good. I would want to bring my ring back, and I'd want to loosen this, and you need more play here. Okay.
And the collar?
A little big. A little big.
Okay, well, it can adjust.
A little big.
It can adjust small.
Wouldn't hurt to raise it just a little bit, but nothing terrible. But it's just there's a little more room here than ideal, and so that ends up putting pressure closer to the shoulder blade or shoulder joint. It's up above it. I think it's fine. It's not going to hurt him at that stage. I probably would. And you can adjust your hands too if you need it. I mean, it is
Close enough?
Gapped just a bit here. I can see the lacing, but it's good and tight, and the positioning is pretty good.
All right, just close enough.
Dr. Berger and JR adjusted Oliver's harness for quite some time. They got it to where they thought it was fitting him a little bit better, and we're very thankful for all the pointers and tips that Dr. Berger gave us with this. And we would show you more of the process, but we're pretty sure you all are on pins and needles waiting to find out if Oliver and Beauty are expecting, so let's move on to the ultrasound.
I'm gonna get a good look at it. That's what you're looking for. What do you mean? That's what we're looking for. You're supposed to be pregnant, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
You're
Oh,
kidding!
goodness.
I did not think so!
Yeah, your language
Oh my
wasn't too
gosh!
Good.
Yay,
Wow.
Beauty! Oliver's baby.
Yeah.
You're sure that's not just a black hole in outer space?
Well,
What puts me in
I
mind.
can't believe it. I was not
that
expecting
would be
there to be.
pretty weird looking. Otherwise, it looks like a pregnancy to me.
Where's the baby?
Well, I need to measure it, but I don't think we're far enough along to see it yet. Here we go. How about 19 days?
Perfect.
Probably right.
I just switched to show horses at that point anyway. I use them all winter.
Yeah, Oliver's having a baby.
What did he say, 19 days along?
That's what it measured out, so roughly. Pretty cool. Yay, Beauty. I'm gonna be a mommy. There's a mommy. Yay.
Okay, everybody, so Merry Christmas. We have a baby Oliver on the way. It's very exciting news. Couldn't think of anything better for the new year and to have something like that to look forward to, and it'll be a registered Clydesdale, so that's really awesome. So the breeding date was supposed to be around November 21st or November 20th, which is our anniversary, so that's pretty neat. Horses can be pregnant anywhere from 331 days to a year. Matter of fact, they're not even considered late until over a year of gestation. So my lifetime average with foxtrotters is 11 days short of a year. So for me, counting back from November 20th or November 21st, I would be, you know, around November 9th, November 10th for my estimate. So we're going to say the 10th is her due date. Now the full calculators on the internet say 331 days to 346 days. So that would put her from the middle of October to the 1st of November. Would be her official date on the full calculator is November 2nd. But I don't want you all to get your hopes up till around November 10th. And then also, one thing to be cognizant of and aware of is that Clydesdales are notoriously hard birthers and hard mothers. That's why one of the reasons why the breed is dying out, and one of the reasons why I want to bring it back. So we are taking risk in producing the next generation, but that's why we want to use a young, healthy mare like this. And he's not the biggest Clydesdale stallion. Not that the size should matter too much, but with these foals, they have such a heavy bone mass. And I don't really know all the reasons why they're hard to foal, but you know, here we'll give her the best nutrition. She's getting alfalfa twice a day, and give her the best care we can. And I will, of course, we won't sleep a wink, will we, Em? We'll be living in the barn and we'll have a camera system installed and a live feed probably for you guys by next year. And we're really excited about it. We've already trying to pick baby names. We like Reuben for a boy, and we like Caledonia for a girl, but we don't know. We got a lot of name ideas. Just real excited. We still try to let them spend a little bit of time together, just for bonding reasons, and so that they'll be a better, you know, so I can work them in harness as a team without them, the stallion mare, you know, fiasco happening. But we also have to be extra careful now. Can't leave them together all the time, because they have shoes on. So any little insignificant kick could mean more than it would mean other times of the year, or when they're unshod. Now, because they do kick at each other a little bit more than what I would like. Him and Champ never kick at each other, not even over grain. It's amazing. So I do keep him and Champ together 24/7 now. And then just certain pretty days like today, I'll put these two out on the hillside together, and but I won't feed them grain together or anything like that. So it's pretty awesome though. Everything's working out good. We got a baby on the way, and you know, it's just something that y'all, hopefully y'all will follow the story and hit the like and subscribe button and turn on your notifications. That way, as this story progresses, we can keep track of, you know, her belt. Maybe that'd be a fun thing to start doing. We could do belly measurements as we go on her, and start with like now, where she's, you know, right now that thing's the size of a golf ball. Yeah. So it's really having no effect on her abdomen. But by the time she's done, and that's what the harness guy told, or the vet told me about harnessing her. He said, you can work her in harness till the harness doesn't fit anymore. So she's gonna get huge. And then also another thing that would be fun to do is guess the birth weight. So the largest foxtrotter I've ever had born was Chantilly Lace. She's down there in the pasture. She was 125 pounds at birth. And I've weighed every foxtrotter foal I've ever had. And the smallest I've ever had was Prince, who's also this year's foal, 62 pounds. And the average that I get is like in the 92 pound range. Like when I get one that weighs 92, I don't say it's big or small. That's just my average. So with her and him, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't break the 125 pound record for me. I would say my official guess is going to be I can't decide if I want to say 132 or 138. 138 will be my official guess.
Do you know the average of a Clydesdale?
I have no clue. I have no clue what the average Clydesdale birth is. This is going to be our first Clydesdale birth. I'm going to be talking to Clydesdale experts and, you know, have my vet consulting with me a lot on this, because allegedly they're really hard for them to get up. They're really hard to get to nurse the first time. Just a whole bunch of those things. But I think that's also a lot because a lot of people don't do all the steps with Clydesdales. They're so big, they just let them pasture birth and stuff like that. And we'll have her up, we'll be watching her, we'll be feeding her extra, we'll have supplements on hand, we'll have a emergency kit. Plus, I don't want to sound arrogant, but I have generational experience raising foals. Now, they weren't Clydesdales, but it'll surely come in handy when she foals. So hopefully everything goes all right, and we'll have a new baby Clydesdale for the channel this time next year. It's going to be a long wait, so buckle up.
So Merry Christmas, everyone. We hope you are as excited as we are to have a baby Clydesdale on the way. 2024 has definitely been quite the year for us. We've had some really beautiful highs, but also some low lows, some really hard times. But we know through it all, God, love, is right here with us. He never leaves us, and our hope is continually renewed in Him. And because of that love, we can walk into this new year, 2025, with our heads held high and joy in our hearts, anticipating the arrival of Oliver and Beauty's first foal.